Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about, well, this from Bondage Comics. It's a story that apparently refuses to die because virtue signaling is all that matters. Well, Netflix Queen Cleopatra director condescendingly dismisses criticism against series race swapping of actual history. Quote, we don't realize that misogynoir still has an effect on us today. End quote. We're dealing here with people who are absolutely, incredibly, creatively bankrupt. And people who seems to have failed their history classes, or people who does not seem to understand the differences of the world, or people who doesn't seem to comprehend that they are stealing history and they are destroying it, revising history. Look, when neo-Nazis do revise history where they deny the Holocaust and all of those things, it's abhorrent. And this is pretty much the same thing. You are actually revising history. Historical revisionists are overwhelmingly disgusting. These people are usually shunned upon. Historical revisionism has no place in our world today. And this is one of those situations. Historical revisionism. Let's see, 2 minutes. I think I'm open to say some coarse words here. Let's start with, this bitch is absolutely retarded. Right. Let's go. Queen Cleopatra has defended the series. The director, race swap, by claiming that it portrays the Egyptian ruler even more right than ever before. Bitch, please. That's definitely not even close to right. This thing is further from right than anything ever. You could even try to claim that she could be looking like Asian. You'd still be absolutely wrong, but you still could say, well, maybe. Why? Why do I say that? Because the Asian world was actually more known than this. As you can see here, obviously China was still unknown back then, but still, there could be Asians around here in which they could say it. That would still be more right than the actual African. Why do I say that? No, not because of the skin color. No, it's because of this. Do you see this? There's like a huge gap around here. Look at the amount of gap there is around here. This is sub-Saharan Africa. This is where black people come from. They had their own empires, as you can actually see here. The dozens upon dozens of empires and stories that they could have actually told with these series, these docu series that they created. Look. As you can see here, up on the north, etc. This map is going up on the early 1200-ish thereabouts, because you can see here the Umayyad Caliphate, and even then there was still no contact with the sub-Saharan Africa. Neither the sub-Saharan Africa was even aware of the Mediterranean and the European. And the Europeans and the Mediterranean and the Arabs were not aware of the Africans here. Even this is still predates the Atlantic slave trade and the Arabic slave trade, in which the Arabs came here and enslaved the black people and sold them to the Portuguese and Spanish. Well, Spanish not that much, but still the Portuguese, which sold it to which occurred the Atlantic slave trade, and the Arab slave trade, in which they transported the black people here through this region and here to the Arabian Peninsula and this region specifically. Cleopatra predates all of that. But tiny little details that they don't seem to understand. Right. So, I remember as a kid seeing Elizabeth Taylor play Cleopatra. I was captivated. But even then, I felt the image was not right. Bitch, please. That was more right than you could possibly even think about or even imagine. Why do I say that? Why? Why do I say that? Because as you can actually see here, this is one of those busts that they created of Cleopatra. She was of Mediterranean descent. You know, Greek people are Caucasians. And what are you generally known as Caucasians? Well, white people. And as you can see here, Cleopatra, Greek, Macedonian, Persians do have white people. They are overwhelmingly white. In fact, even the name Iran today kind of comes from the word Aryan, you know, white people, like they say. Look, Greek, Macedonian, Persian, Greek, Persian, Greek, Macedonian, Persian, Greek. Do I see any sub-Saharan African over there? No. Right. Here, if you doubt me, ancient Egyptian mummy genome suggests an increase of sub-Saharan African ancestry in post-Roman periods. This thing here is pretty much at the apex of the Roman period. Right. Was her skin really that white? Yes. With this new production, could I find the answers about the Cleopatra heritage and release her from the stranglehold that Hollywood had placed on her image? Apparently so, you people are absolutely troglodytes. Even then, you could actually see that they did something wrong in here. Because, there's a painting, the painting in Egypt, when they showed the skin color, they usually show the workers or men who worked outside with a darker skin color and women who stayed inside with lighter skin color. And they also showed that, for instance, black also symbolizes other things, so people generally, they would paint somebody else, not to actually reflect their ancestry, but the history and other things that they want to represent with the painting. Kind of like you would paint, let's say, Lincoln black. Not because he was black, but because of the symbolism that the black represented to the Egyptians. Right. Cleopatra was 8 generations away from this Ptolemaic ancestors making... Oh, sorry. This is the bitch. Cleopatra was 8 generations away from those Ptolemaic ancestors, making the chance of her being white somewhat unlikely. Oh my god. Totally. After 300 years, surely we can safely say Cleopatra was Egyptian. She was no more Greek or Macedonian than Rita Wilson or Jennifer Aniston. Both are 1 generation from Greece. Like, oh my god. You're absolute troglodyte. You piece of shit. She was Egyptian, sure. But Egyptians did not look like sub-Saharan Africans. Why? Like I said, in the Saharan desert, nobody had the technological advancement to cross that goddamn fucking piece of large sand. But look, we are all humans. It does not matter your skin color, but if you're going to represent history on TV or on a theatrical piece, try to represent it properly, not only out of respect for the people from back then, but the people who today carry the history, like the Egyptians. The Egyptians are actually showing Netflix over this. Just to show how absolutely absurd this historical revisionism is. Do me a favor, create a product, make a Queen docuseries or Queens or whatever you want to call it, based on the multiple empires that exists in sub-Saharan Africa. Look at the many of them. I'm pretty sure you could actually find one with a queen. It's pretty simple, isn't it? Not that hard, bitch. Right. Oh god. I can't wait for the names of the actual thing to come out so I can actually add to my woke washing list of all of these people, because that one will definitely make this list go big, ape shit insane. By the way, this one, it's actually the blackwashing, and it will grow and grow. I'm pretty sure with the names, if I can get them, it will actually reach to 290. Hey, who knows? Maybe over 290. Oh my. I wonder if there is going to be a gender swap in this. I'm pretty sure. Because wokenism and doing Afrocentrism is pretty much exactly what these morons are into. There is no image whatsoever of Cleopatra with an afro ever. But anyway, I digress. Doing research, she realized that political act it would be to see Cleopatra portrayed by a black actress. Yeah, that would be pretty much like Zulu, King Zulu, being portrayed by I forgot the name, McDonald something. You know, that guy who usually does very good villains. He's blonde as fuck. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Well, that would be a political act, wouldn't it? That would be absolutely wrong too, but hey, we are doing wrongs here, so maybe two wrongs do it right. You moronic pieces of shit. If you want something that is not woke, why don't you just try my sponsor, me? Now we are back to craziness. At least in my book, I try to represent the period and the people as absolutely close to its reality as possible, to the known information. There's people here, they are not even doing that. Right. For me, the idea that people have gotten so incredibly wrong before. Historically, from the Theda Barra to Monica Bellucci and recently Angelina Jolie and Gal Gadot, in their running to play her meant we had to get it even more right. So to get even more right, you get it even absolutely 100% wrong. Wanna know what was even more right? Gal Gadot. What more right? Angelina Jolie, but she's a bit old right now. Monica Bellucci and Gal Gadot. Those were the ones that were absolutely even more right. But you on the attempt to, oh my god, we are queens and kings and slay, bitch. In your attempt to do that, you absolutely went from, which was a 10 with Gal Gadot, to an absolutely -1. If even that score is possible, you would be actually, if this was an exam, you'll be rejected. You won't even be in class. You'll be kicked out. That's how bad it is. And let me put it this way. Israel and Egypt, they kind of have a history, a known history with a couple of decades ago with problems. And even with Gal Gadot, they didn't actually have any problems in trying to sue the company who was trying to do the movie. Yeah. That's how bad this is. Right. Why shouldn't Cleopatra be a melanator sister? Well, bitch, there's a tiny little problem called history. And a tiny little sandbox in which a gigantic cat goes there to pee, called the goddamn fucking Sahara Desert. And they're very difficult to traverse. Horn of Africa. Is it that the Horn of Africa? The entire area of Africa in there that nobody seemed to be able to traverse during that time period. Jesus fucking Christ. And why some people need Cleopatra to be a white? Her proximity to whiteness seems to have value, while some Egyptians it seems to really matter. It's because you're absolute troglodyte of a goddamn fucking retarded fucking bitch. It's because history, you must respect history. If you're going to change history a little bit for, I don't know, creative purposes, sure, but at least keep the character and the environment pretty much the same, because otherwise, what's the goddamn fucking point? Unless you're doing a time travel movie in which you represent, I don't know, a carriage from the Egyptians used, oh, let's just say, let's put an Abrams tank in there. What's the point? What's the point if you're going to go absolutely apeshit insane with something like this, huh? Why not have an Egyptian carry instead of a spear and AK-47? That seems to be accurate. Why not go there, right? After much hungering and countless auditions, we found Adele James, an actor who would convey not only Cleopatra beauty, but also her strength. What the historians can confirm is that it is more likely that Cleopatra looked like Adele than Elizabeth Taylor ever did. Well, now we know the bitch is absolutely and utterly 100% retarded who sniffs her own farts and gets high on it. Why? Once again, look at this. Ancient Egyptian mummy genome suggests an increase of sub-Saharan African ancestry in post-Roman periods, as in, they were at the apex of the Roman period. This is not post-Roman period. Post-Roman period is absolutely at the time period where I mentioned 1200 thereabouts. And even then, people were still not aware of their goddamn fucking sub-Saharan Africa. Why can't you morons comprehend that? No, guys, I know we have genomes, I know we have history, I know we have images, but why can't she just be back? Go suck a cock, you absolute stupid bitch. Right. Here's a painting of her. Look at her. Does she look black to me? I don't think so, no. Does it look black to you? Also no. That's what I thought, isn't it? God damn, this show is going to be retarded as absolute fuck. Please don't hate watch this. Let this goddamn fucking disaster be cancelled by Netflix. Jesus Christ. Look at this. Drawing to a conclusion. So was Cleopatra back? We don't know for sure, but consider she wasn't white like Elizabeth Taylor. We need a conversation with ourselves about our colorism and the internalized white supremacy that Hollywood is indoctrinated us with. But somehow we need to realize that Cleopatra's story is less about her than it's about who we are. Bitch. You can absolutely go choke on a goddamn fucking cock. Because Cleopatra was Caucasian, she was Egyptian, well, Greek, Macedonian ancestry. She was Caucasian, white, not sub-Saharan Africa. And Fucking hell, stop historically revising things. Historical revisionists are the absolute dingleberries of historians. Stop doing that. This is disrespectful to Egyptians, to the history, and even to the actors and actresses portraying the characters. This is also disrespect to the African culture, because I'm pretty sure 100% there is a lot of history that is worth telling from this region. Look, you get a lot of here. Why can't you just tell the story of these empires instead? No, you gotta go and destroy the Egyptian history, because why not? Once again, we are all humans. Skin color does not matter. What matters is the content of your character, and the content of the character of this goddamn fucking bitch is English is failing me. Let's just say she's not good. Fucking hell. This is absurd, isn't it? Well, on that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night, and please don't hate watch this garbage.